Hi, welcome everybody to the November 18th,
18th.
2025 meeting of the Orange Planning and Zoning Commission. If we could introduce ourselves.
Tom Tarenti.
Jenny Bowser, Recording Secretary.
Bonnie Side, Court Reporter.
Kevin Cornell.
Jack Emergent Zoning Administrator.
And Paul Kaplan, very temporary acting chairman for my friend Ozzie Parenti for tonight anyhow. All right, we're going to do a review of business minutes from October 7, 2025. Actually, I think I did see something on this one. Hang on, let me see. Yes. Okay, anyhow, let me ask for comments first. No?
I'll abstain.
Okay, okay. Mr. Cornell?
I had no comments.
Really? No comments?
Thank you.
Huh. I'm thinking about changing October to October on the front page, all the way on the top.
Oh, there is the egg to see if you would find it, see?
See, okay.
Yes, there we go. October.
Okay. Anybody have a motion for me?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the October 7th, 2025 planning minutes, but wait a minute, we only have two people who could vote.
I can vote.
He
no?
can vote, he just can't initiate the motion.
He wasn't there.
All right. Well, we're going to table that puppy.
All right, well, I guess we're
Okay.
tabling this, yeah.
All right, moving on. Old business, anybody?
Yeah, Jack, could you give us the timeline on the referrals coming back for the text amendment regarding short-term rentals?
I certainly can. We are scheduled to have that public hearing on December 2nd, which is our next scheduled meeting. So
Okay.
the referrals are all complete.
Super.
Have we gotten any feedback at all, or no?
We've gotten some feedback, specifically from the Naugatuck Valley Council of Governments. Nothing substantive. I don't have it in front of me
Yeah, it's
right
okay.
now.
Mhm.
But they did have minor comments. Yes.
Okay, good. All righty, no, nothing, okay, moving on. New business. Yeah, I hear something. A little bit of whining.
No, not until we read.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. And next I have a report of our ZEO.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go into a lot of that with my
Okay.
report. So yes, short-term rental is December 2nd. That will be the opening of the public hearing. Item number 2 that I have is commissioner training. I gave everybody
Oh,
a
yes.
flyer that looks like this. This was a commissioner training opportunity that was sent to me in Woodbridge for Thursday, December 4th at 6 p.m. at the JCC in Woodbridge. This is being put together, I believe, by Woodbridge and a few other housing corporations from that general area. This will, I think it's an hour session of affordable housing training. So this is the 1 hour out of the 4 that you can get for affordable housing if you do not have it already. I think I also mentioned at previous meetings that SCROG is not going to be doing a new curriculum for this round, so you can still review the same videos that they put out 2 years ago, or find other opportunities for training elsewhere. But this is a very good opportunity locally, in person, that we have to go.
For 1 out of the 4 hours.
For 1 out of the 4 hours, yes. So if anybody's interested in that, that is your heads up.
Got any cost to that?
I do not believe so, no. And you don't even need to register. It says registration is not required, but
Walk in?
recommended. Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking for bodies.
Okay. For, Kevin, I know you and I were speaking about this. I got more copies of that book that you and I were talking about, What's Legally Required.
Yes.
Which is a really great zoning resource book for Connecticut commissioners, anybody involved in land use, really. So if anybody's interested in getting a copy of that and reading through it, or just refreshing your memory, I have several copies upstairs in my office
Yeah,
now,
I'll do
so
that.
more than happy to let anybody take one home for a while. House Bill 80002, I'm sorry, 8002. This is the bill that was passed recently, that was the slightly modified version of what the board talked about with Barbara Schellenberg and Owen Weaver, I think several months ago now. It's more or less, in preliminary review, pretty much the same bill that we discussed at that meeting. So there is a lot of land use changes that come along with this. I think Owen and I are gonna be scheduling a meeting for him to come in on and, you know, break it down for us and let us know his thoughts. But this big, thick booklet here is the summarized version of that bill.
When does this take effect?
A lot of it in January 1st of next year, so a little
Soon.
over a month, yeah. I'm assuming Owen's law firm is breaking this down still. There's a lot of material here, so we'll give them a chance to condense it and come in and talk to us about it. My last item is for the Rise Dispensary. They are gonna be coming in for a or looks like they're gonna be coming in for a modification of their special permit, only regarding their hours. As the initial part of their application where they got their approval, they had modified their own hours to make it more, I think, digestible for Orange at first, to sort of cut down their own hours as digestible as it could have been. Yeah. Now they are hoping to come in and get their hours changed to the fully allowed hours by regulation. So our regulations, as well as state regulations, allow dispensaries to be open the same times as package stores. So selling liquor is Monday through Friday, 8 AM to 10 PM, Saturday, 8 AM to 10 PM, Sunday, 10 AM to 6 PM. Those are the hours that the dispensary would be asking to move to, which again are allowed by our regulations, but because their initial special permit was approved at their modified hours, we're asking them to come in for a modification.
What were the modified hours?
Their current hours are Monday through Friday, 9 AM to 8 PM, Saturday, 9 AM to 7 PM, Sunday, 11 AM to 5 PM. It's really only 1 hour on either
what it
end
sounds
that
like.
they're looking to do, but again, still wanted everybody to be able to take a look at that. I think that's it for my items, if anybody has anything for me.
All right, moving on. So there is a public hearing,
That is right.
and I guess we'll have to open it. And then, in light of the fact that Ozzy, and I forgot to mention Jay, and I apologize, Jay is otherwise detained tonight. So we'll kind of table it until the next meeting?
I think that's what our plan is. We're gonna be opening the public hearing tonight. We'll also get into, we got a comment or referral from DEP that was just received the last half hour of today. So we will discuss that referral a little bit with who we have here tonight. We'll open the public hearing, discuss the referral, and then we'll kind of see how everybody feels about what DEP had to say. Frank and I have had a few minutes to kind of break it down. But it'll also give everyone a week to decide, do we want to incorporate their language? Do we want to incorporate a little bit of it, none of it at all? It's purely advisory.
Is it only contained in this?
It is only in that, correct. There's only, I think, 3 items that they really suggested. Frank and I discussed some of them. I don't want to get too far into it before the public
Yeah,
hearing.
okay, let's,
But yes,
no.
we are planning on keeping this open and hopefully scheduling a special meeting next week to actually vote on the POCD. But because we only have 3 voting members here tonight, we said maybe we should wait till we have at least 1 more.
Yeah, I think that
Yes.
makes sense.
So,
Yes, sir. So, pretending to be me,
I have to change this.
Why don't you have
to
at
your
it?
name.
Yes, as the non-acting secretary. To appear one time on Wednesday, November 5th, didn't happen, and appear one time on Wednesday, November 12th. Wow, that didn't happen either.
yeah,
Okay.
What do you mean didn't happen?
it got,
Oh, that's when it was noticed.
That was when it was
Oh,
noticed,
okay.
yeah, not
You
at
gotta
the meetings.
forgive him.
Ah, okay, thanks.
He's-
Notice of public meeting. Notice is hereby given that on Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, at 7 PM at the Orange Town Hall, 617 Orange Center Road, the Orange Town Planning and Zoning Commission will conduct a public hearing on the following. The Town Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing with representatives of BFJ Planning, the town's planning consultant for the Plan of Conservation and Development revision. The purpose of this public hearing is to seek final comments from the TPZC and feedback from the broader Orange community regarding the final draft of the new Plan of Conservation and Development. The draft Plan of Conservation and Development can be found on the town's website, and reference copies are available in the library and the town clerk's office. A copy of this notice has been filed with the Orange Town Clerk. Additional information is on file with the Orange Zoning Department dated Orange, Connecticut, this 4th day of November, 2025.
Not as easy as it looks.
Well, the thing is, it says it's from Paul Kaplan. this
I understand, that's what threw you.
If my name was on here,
It would have been perfect.
exactly.
I will make that change for the next one.
All right,
Sure
so, this is with regard to the information that was just given to both Jack and Mr. Frisch within the last hour or so from the DEP. Instead of trying to incorporate that into the POCD, without any discussion, we'll table it for tonight. We'll
Well,
solicit.
I think we'll go into a little bit of.
I'm all
of
ears.
the- Yeah, of the referral, and then we can kind of have the week to chew it over again. Do we want to incorporate all of it, only some of it, or none of it at all? We do not have to take anything into consideration. It's purely an advisory document. Based on preliminary discussion between Frank and myself, it looks like there is kind of a combination of two items that maybe we'll add to one of our pages, and I will let Frank kind of clean this up a little bit. But there was another part of it that we both agreed is really not necessary for our local POCD for one of their comments, but I will let Frank kind of take it from here and educate everyone.
Mr. Frisch?
I mean, just so I could maybe summarize and we can follow along
Mhm.
on this letter. And then, as Jack said, if you take some additional time just at your leisure and read it, then if we can get together, we were looking at, and by the way, I guess we can set the date when we are ready, but we were actually looking at, I think, next Monday night.
We were hoping to
Possibility.
yeah.
If you can.
Because I think the chair, Ozzy, may be back
You
and
got-
could make it. I don't know if that's a possibility, but
Kevin and Tom said they would be able to make it as well.
And I'll be
so-
able to make it that night.
that'd be great.
So I think Monday
Yeah.
would be the day.
And to give you a chance to read this in detail, but basically, the first two pages are simply a letter from DEP, and it's basically kind of praising
Document.
the work you've
Yeah, I
done.
saw that.
and praising the plan and saying that they think it's a very good plan. And basically, the second paragraph says it. First, we would like to commend the Town of Orange Plan and Zoning Commission and the department for drafting such a comprehensive document. Particularly, the draft documents focus on low-impact development, open space, and recommendations for improved management of stormwater and so on. So it's basically a very complimentary letter. Then, at the end, though, they say, we have an appendix, which, if you could consider the three things we have to say in the appendix. And the appendix, I think some of these things I wrote to myself, for instance, on the very first one in the appendix, chapter 1, vision and goals, they'd like us to put in this sentence that's underlined. And I think both Jack and I thought we could put in a sentence like this, but it doesn't belong in the vision and goals, I think. Just to, if I could, you all have the new document. The document's now dated November. All the changes that you had wanted in the past are all in the new document. But in our new document, if you turn to page 90 in the new document, everybody's got it, I think. Or I should say, just so you know, page 89, it starts on, page 89 has in it, what we're dealing with here is the other agencies. So we list first the South Central Regional Plan of Conservation and Development on page 89. Then you turn, and it's the Connecticut Plan of Conservation and Development by OPM. What we're thinking of is, there's a white space here at the bottom on page 90. We could put into that white space, what they've entitled their real comment, which is on their coastal management program, we could put in DEEP's Coastal Zone Management Program, otherwise known as CAM, and just incorporate the language that they would like in the goal here. All this is saying is that municipalities, POCD, that when you're in a CAM, should have recognition of these three things, A, B, and C. And I'm on, just, again, their appendix, first paragraph, underlined, under vision and goals. It's fine, I think it's, doesn't commit you to anything. I think it's okay statement. Jack and I
Is
looked.
Orange contiguous to Long Island
Oh,
Sound?
by the way, perfect comment. Paul, I can't
Does any part of Orange
resist-
touch?
No,
Housatonic.
I can't resist the language, okay?
Housatonic River.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you look up the word contiguous,
Oh,
okay, it means abutting to. So this is great for Kevin. So are we abutting to Long Island Sound? I would say no. However, I don't think it's worth,
okay.
by the way, I don't think it's worth.
There's a prairie pothole
Right.
in North Dakota.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
A water of the United
Correct, a water of the
States.
United States, right.
Yeah.
So it's not worth, I don't think it's worth, but that caught, Paul, the very thing you just caught my eye also. And we discussed it and just said, look,
Yeah,
there's what they explain later is that, and I think it's worth picking up, under the last page, coastal management program, if you look at their last paragraph underlined, so these are the words they would like. There's 36 Connecticut coastal towns, including Orange. You do have, it's a very, very small part of town at
That
the
touches-
southwest corner.
It's in the 1,000-foot review area.
Sorry, the southeast corner,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, it's in the
So we
review.
have, a tiny corner, touching Milford, you go over, past Marsh Hill.
Yeah.
And then a small portion of the Housatonic between us and Shelton. So very, very small areas of Orange qualify for a CAM application.
1,000 feet from
From
the Long Island
The
Sound?
Long Island Sound,
Right.
yes. The
Right.
coastal flood zone,
And
yes.
where is that again?
I know, I
Yeah,
know,
so part of it is the Housatonic,
right. Yeah.
northwest
Yeah.
corner, and then the end of,
But that's not the Long Island Sound, right?
It's not Long Island Sound.
no,
but
no,
it's
it's
a
the,
Housatonic.
it's, I think it's
Tributary
in
of-
its navigable waters.
It is
Navigable
navigable,
waters
yes.
of Long Island Sound.
And then I think only 2 or 3 parcels, Conair Road, I wanna say, where the old Dragon Classic, you go down that road.
Yeah.
Small portions at that dead end fall within the 1,000-foot upland review area. So, which is why we had to refer this to DEP, even though it's minute,
It's
minute areas.
So what we thought, just as a suggestion to you, first, this is entirely up to you, as Jack said. First, you don't have to take any of their recommendations at all. It's completely voluntary on your part. So you can take some, you can incorporate all of them. We do have a and by the way, I've only discussed this from 5 o'clock to now.
Yeah.
Because this came in about 4 o'clock. And so we started reading it over and kibitzing about it. But what I wrote sort of between that period, I was wondering if I could combine, just a suggestion to you, if you want to incorporate anything, we were thinking we could have a paragraph at the bottom of page 90, which, because there's white space there and we can fit it in easily, so the bottom of page 90, after OPM's plan, just say DEP's coastal management area. And then what I wrote, this is, by the way, I didn't have time to get this, this just came in, so a suggestion to you might be the following. While most people may not consider Orange to be a shorefront community, I think that's true.
Yeah.
There is a very small part of the south, it would be the southeastern, right? Southeastern part of the town that is within Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, DEEP, Coastal Area Management Boundary, the CAM. Some 36 Connecticut coastal towns, including Orange, have a described, a designated CAM boundary. and then go back and say, any municipal POCD with a CAM boundary should meet the following three criteria. And those following three criteria are right here on the front page of their first comment. They've commented at A, B, C. Maybe I should just read those. The first one, A, is consistent with the municipal coastal program environmental requirements. B, made with reasonable consideration for restoration and protection of the ecosystem and habitat of Long Island Sound. And C, designed to reduce hypoxia, pathogens, toxic contaminants, and floatable debris in Long Island Sound. Doesn't really have a lot of connection directly to you,
Right.
but it answers their first question, and it answers their second with their.
Most importantly, we can fit it into that little white space
That's right,
over
and
here.
most importantly, quite frankly, that's true, that's true. I'm trying to do something that I can also fit in nicely. You've responded, and now I just say one thing for your discussion that Jack and I both had the same reaction on, I think. The next one is, their second comment, though, is on Chapter 8, Infrastructure. And we already have identified storm-related water quality impairments that they're talking about in the infrastructure chapter. We've already done that. We've identified it, we've we've considered DEP. We actually listed DEP as the source of they're mostly streams that are, in their words, stormwater-related water quality impairments. We already have it, and we don't think there's any need
Yeah.
to recognize this part of their comments.
Here and later on in the next paragraph, they reference should require the appropriate LID. What are they talking about?
Low-impact development.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a,
We actually kind of read it, I read it in your voice, actually, Kevin. It sort of leaves us open to any development that comes in can point at this section and say, oh, well, this isn't as low impact as it could be. And it
Well,
seemed more.
No development is low impact.
Yeah, so
exactly.
we suggest, this is just a suggestion from Paul, from Jack and I, is to not incorporate this one comment from them, but to rather incorporate the other two comments, and
All right. Well,
leave
we'll-
it at that.
So we'll table this for right now. I'm going to ask for anybody has any comments, but in terms of voting, we'll take this up. It'll give us a week to digest
Yes.
what we're talking about here.
And Frank will put together the official of what he wrote down.
Yeah, what I wrote down,
Yeah.
I'll get,
You'll be able to circulate that?
yeah, I'll get it
Exactly.
circulated to you. And one other thing, if I may, just before you close, is what we'll also do, you've all got a draft resolution, I think in front of you, actually.
everybody
We
got one.
need, on the last whereas, this is the resolution for adoption, so, and you've seen this before, you've seen
So we
this
gotta
before.
change that, yeah.
The last whereas, I think we need to change it to whereas, the commission received comments from DEEP, and the
Right.
commission revised a section of the plan to acknowledge these comments.
If we do that.
If you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that. That's just, and by the way, as you read their letter, you may decide not to, but if you do, could you let us know? Because, we wanted to be as upfront as we could with what we'd like to do, because if you meet next Monday, and I think everybody can make it, we'll have everything ready for you. And then you'd be in a position, I think, to, you have read everything, you have discussed it tonight, you'd be in a position to have a motion to, first you need to close the hearing,
Right.
and then you'd have a motion to adopt. And you'd have the resolution in front of you. But as you read it, and I'll try to get this to Jack, if not tomorrow, you'll definitely, Tuesday. You'll definitely have it Thursday. You will
Gotcha.
have it Thursday morning, absolutely. So that you can all have this before the weekend. And all it is going to be, is literally going to be
The things
three
that you just mentioned.
or four sentences, one change to the resolution. That's what it would be.
All right. Any further discussion you want to have
Yeah.
now?
We- Before we move on, should we see if anyone in
Yeah.
the public is here for that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for a public comment right now. Anyone want to comment on the plan of conservation and development or anything that you've heard? Why don't you come on up, introduce yourself, and come to the podium.
He's a pro by now.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, public. My name is Dr. Lawrence Messina, president of the Orange Land Trust. And I have to say, I'm very impressed by all of you for the meticulous work that you've done along with BFJ. We're very happy with the Land Trust Board of Directors for the direction that we're going in. I'd like to also thank the public for always backing us up and making this the town gem that it is in comparison to other towns and cities in the state of Connecticut. Land Trust has been in existence since 1968, and I've never seen so many positive works that are being done to improve the environment, to keep open space in the town of Orange, and I hope this continues. We actually, at the Land Trust, have expanded. We have scholarships that we offer for anyone at UNH going into environmental studies. We have a number of hikes. This past Saturday, we had a hike with the goats over at Camp Cedar Crest, and you would never think that so many people would turn out. We actually were packed to the rim with people hiking with our goats that came from Washington Depot, Connecticut. So once again, we're going to continue moving in this direction. We're going to make this town continue to be the town that it should be and it always has been. And again, with your help, the public's help, we're going to reach that goal and keep Orange as green as we possibly can. Thank you so much for all of your time and your efforts. Thank you.
Appreciate your comments. Okay. Anybody else want to be heard? Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
All right.
My name's Brian Cleveland, I'm a local resident here. I just actually wanted to introduce our scout group. We're from Troop 41 in Woodbridge. Actually, all the scouts that are here this evening are actually from Orange, even though our troop meets in Woodbridge. I wanted to at least let you know that we've been learning through the merit badge that we're taking right now, citizenship in the community, how local government works and the discourse that we have through public government for the staff, the different committees that we have, and the public to be able to weigh in on different things that are happening around our communities. So it's interesting to be able to be here this evening, to hear the conversations that you're having. I think for the Scouts' purposes this evening, there's a lot of acronyms that are flying around, so it's probably hard for them to understand exactly what it is that you guys are talking about, but talking about the plan of conservation and development, something that I'm familiar with because of what I do as an architect. This is a plan for the next 10 years for Orange, right? We're not gonna revise this for a while. And I think while it's not well known, I think to the residents that this plan even exists, it is important to the development of our community. One thing that I think I would like to actually invite one of our scouts to come up here and just mention, because he mentioned it to me the other night at one of our meetings about what he wants to see in the community, and just as a way of putting it on public record, I actually want Robbie to come up here. Yeah, you. You told me that there's something that you really, really would
Step
like
up.
Orange to do in front of your house.
If you could just spell your name, Robbie, when you get up there, and
Yeah.
give us your address.
I am Robbie Sullivan, Robby, Sulivan. I'm Boy Scout, resident of Orange, and I like to take walks. This is a nice town. I like to walk around our area. We're from Clark, Augusta, and like Grassy Hill, that spot right there. And my main issue is people are not good drivers, and I don't like to get squished. So sidewalks is what I would really like to see eventually.
You and I both.
Yeah,
Not easy.
yeah, I get that
Costs money.
a lot.
Yes. And you have to have the space in the area to do it.
Yep.
So this
It would
board,
also
stop me where I'm
add
wrong,
to the
guys.
road
I think
fund.
over the years, we've tried to, where we can, encourage the homeowners and other owners to put in sidewalks, but it's a patchwork of
Yeah.
and certainly not a nice walking area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good comment.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Robbie.
Other comments on the plan of conservation and development? All right, so at this point,
I will just throw one other thing, just so to
Yep.
have this on the record. At our last meeting, we did a number of revisions with Frank. I think Owen was here as well. This was a list of those revisions. Just want to let everybody know, all of these were incorporated into the final copy. I did check those and confirm today.
good.
But again, just want to put
Thank
that
you,
on
Mr.
the
Frisch.
Yeah, and it does include your new member,
Good.
Yes.
Jay McGuire. Yeah.
Good.
So what you have here is it's set to go, and if you decide to incorporate a comment, we'll put it in on page 90.
Okay.
So we'll be ready. We'll send that to Jack. We'll have revised wording to Jack on Thursday morning, and then he can get everything to you. So everything should be ready for Monday evening. And,
Good.
So I guess we'll keep the public hearing open. There's no reason for us to close it at this point in case somebody does want to comment on Monday.
100%.
But
Okay.
as of now, we are planning on scheduling a special hearing.
Bless you, dear.
Bless you. On Monday, what did I say, the 24th?
Yes.
Yeah, Monday, the 24th,
Bless-
to close and vote on the POCD, obviously pending any other issues or revisions. But that seems to be our path forward.
All right, keeping the public hearing open, is there any other business to transact? There being none, I'm looking for a motion.
This is where you usually come in.
Motion to adjourn, anybody? Going once? Going twice? All right.
I'd like to make a motion to close the public.
No,
He apparently didn't like the way you moved.
No. You know, you do it so often.
I
I don't even know what ending the meeting's called.
Yeah. You're seconding now? Yes.
That was a
Okay.
motion to close the meeting, not
There
the
we
public
go.
hearing.
We'll
Okay.
Close the meeting.
All right, so the motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, yes.
Motion to
Okay.
adjourn.
Everybody?
Better.
And Tom seconded. Okay.
All righty.
Thank you, everyone.
Very good.